Welcome everybody to the CTM Sports. I gotta thank everybody for the birthday wishes. They still hitting up the timeline, but man, I appreciate the love. I appreciate this. Everybody dropping by saying happy birthday. Turned 41 today. Um, I'm in the best shape I could be in. Best spiritual shape, best mental shape. I have nothing to complain about. God has been good to me and the Gray family. So as we get into it, shout out to the unicorn. I told one of my other hosts, Peel, that the unicorn would be the X factor, and he showed. Matter of fact, let's watch a little bit of the highlights. Let's see. Watch a little bit of the highlights. Give me 1 second. Trying to save. Yeah, let's watch a little bit of these highlights real quick. I don't have the sound on because I don't want to get dinged for it, but we're going to watch a little bit of these highlights. And as you can tell, for them to blow out, man, like I say, they was playing big time. Man, shout out to the Celtics, man, for playing, not giving in to the Mavericks, the little pick and roll game they do. And shout out to the Unicorn, man. He played his heart out, man. But you ain't gonna stop that from Luka. That's not gonna happen. You gotta stop everybody else. Ooh, ugh. If he do that kind of stuff, it won't be nothing the Mavericks could do. It won't be nothing they could do. As a matter of fact, I don't even gotta watch the highlights no more. But they won. I think it was like 87 to 1-0 something. But if they 89 to 107. Kyrie went like 6 for 19. We're gonna talk about that here a little bit later. But if you go look at the box score, you can see Derrick Jones. The leading scorer was Luka, of course. Kyrie Irving had 12. So he's gonna have to at least score 25 and 30 along with Luka for them. Luka, in my opinion, for them to win that game. Well, this is a bad first game. You know, probably the jitters of playing in the Garden again. 6 for 19. Luka went 12 for 26, shooting 46%. So when you look at Porzingis, he's been rested pretty much the whole playoff, so he should have fresh legs. He had 20, along with Tatum 16 and Brown 22. Tatum's not going to have a bad game too, and I don't think Brown is either. And if Porzingis can be that third option, it's gonna be hard for the Mavericks to win this series. I'm telling you, they don't have an inside presence that can hold Porzingis, and Porzingis know how to play in the post, as we just kind of saw on the elbow on the block. It don't matter. He can do either one. So, as we get into some of the news today, let's talk about that. Lakers. Are the Lakers going to hire Dan Hurley as their coach? Let me know in the comments what you think. All my Laker fans out there. Are the Lakers going to hire Dan Hurley as a coach? It's been rumored that UConn wants to make him the highest paid college coach. So when I hear the Lakers trying to get him, and then I hear the UConn's trying to make him the highest paid coach, it kind of shows me he's picking who's going to give him the most. Whether it's money, whether it's amenities, whether it's some kind of package deal, maybe some kind of ownership stake, I don't know. But it's all about the compensation at this point. Who's going to offer the most? He won 2 championships at UConn. He's beloved at UConn. If he took the Lakers job for less money, in my opinion, it would be for like a legacy move or something. But if UConn throws a boatload of money at him, it'd be hard for him to say no if the Lakers don't offer him a boatload more than what UConn's offering him. But that's just me, what I see beyond the lines.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
So why not Mark Jackson? Why hasn't the team gave Mark Jackson a chance yet? We know he's blackballed. We know, he was in San Francisco, probably talking crazy. But how long is it going to take for a team to give him another shot to be a head coach? When he was really successful, before he got ran out of there, he was really successful in developing a team. And we see what happened after he left. Why wouldn't the Lakers give Mark Jackson a chance?
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
It's always business, never personal.
But let me know in the comments what you think. Why not Mark Jackson? Why they won't give him a chance? What's the cloud that's over his head that he can't get past? Let me know in the comments. Moving to our next topic. Is Angel Reese the Draymond Green of the WNBA? Let me know in the comments. Seems like she always getting into it with people. She's always being physical, overly physical. Every time you look up on social media, I don't know if they doctoring this up, but she always getting into it with somebody. And I was thinking, is she the next Draymond Green of the WNBA? She want to be a tough guy? A tough woman? Let me know in the comments what you think. You think she the enforcer, one of the next enforcers of the WNBA? Never know. She sure been acting like it. She sure been delivering some shots and being physical. But let me know in the comments what you think.
There can be only one.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Speaking of Draymond, our next topic is a reaction to Draymond saying that Rasheed Wallace is a defensive weakness. I think he was just talking, Draymond like talking trash. He do, and I give him his props for that. Long day. Long day on my birthday. He called Sheed a defensive weakness, a defensive liability. I don't think he watched Sheed when he played for the Blazers. I know he played for Detroit and he won a championship, but that was more toward the back end of his career. But in Portland, Sheed was the man. Even in Detroit, he was the man. Wasn't nobody gonna run up on him. He was still blocking shots. He always had that little high shot shooting a three. Nobody could stop it. And yeah, he wore the high top Air Force Ones. He brought the high top Air Force Ones back with the strap hanging out, to be honest with you. If it weren't for that, I don't think people would be wearing the high top Air Force Ones. He brought it back. So shout out to Sheed, man. I think you got to do your homework a little bit more, Draymond, because Rasheed was that dude, especially in Portland. He was that dude. He was doing everything, blocking shots on the post, shooting threes. He was like the first 3D big man. He do all three phases, post, mid-range, and the three-point line, and play defense in the paint. So I don't think he was a defensive weak. I think in Detroit he was kind of on the back end of his career when they won a championship. But they had a more of a complete team too, so he didn't have to go all out like he did with Portland too as well. So that Detroit team with Tayshaun Prince playing the 3, Sheed at the 4, Ben Wallace at the 5, Rip at the 2, and Chauncey at the point. That was a cold team, man. I actually think, let me know in the comments if you think this. I think that Detroit team would have gave the Warriors a challenge. Those championship Warriors, they would have gave them a challenge. I think Chauncey would have been really physical with Steph. I don't know if Rip and Clay, the matchup on that, I think Clay probably, they both actually kind of play the same way, so that could have been a wash. I don't think Draymond could hold Rasheed, even on Rasheed's bad day. He'll probably still get 15 on Draymond. And Ben Wallace, I don't know how strong, people realize how strong he was, but you're not going to out-rebound him. Looney not going to do it. Moody not going to do it. Draymond definitely not going to do it. Not against Ben Wallace. I don't know how people know how. I mean, he was curling 220, 225 on a bar. What you bench press with, he was curling there with his arms. So think about that.
You want answers. I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
So, getting into this. Will Kyrie bounce back from the 6-19 performance in Game 1 versus the Celtics in Boston? And he came out and said it wasn't louder. He thought it was going to be louder than that. So they probably going to be roaring. They're going to be, roaring. Oh, good God. Like roaring like a lion. They're probably going to be crazy at Boston in the Garden. It's going to be loud. It's going to be crazy. Probably have all the Celtics there. Paul Pierce said he's going to be there. They might have Larry Bird up in there. It's going to be an interesting game, too. And stay tuned. We're going to talk about that when that game's over. But for sure, I think Kyrie's going to have a bounce-back game. I think Jason Tatum going to have a bounce. It's going to be a good game, too, to watch. But I think the Celtics are kind of showing you what you're going to see this series, and they're going to try to dominate the Mavs. I think the Mavs are a big man away from winning the championship. They need like a 5, a legit 5. Once they get a legit 5, I think they probably going to be real more. I think not having that inside game is going to hurt them. Unless, if Porzingis get hurt, they might have a chance. But if Porzingis, he got the unicorn, that horn magically came up, and if that horn is magical in Game 2, if the Celtics win Game 2, this series probably gonna be over. It's gonna be tough for the Mavericks to come back and win this series. It's gonna be tough. But let me know in the comments who you got winning the finals. So, is a unicorn the X Factor? Do you think he's the X Factor yet? I told you that he was. I've been telling you the past kind of few podcasts. He will be the X Factor. Do you believe yet?
Blade, ready to die.
Or do you still?
Well, I just come to tell you
that the unicorn is going to dominate the paint if he stay healthy. He hasn't played most of the playoffs, so he got fresh legs compared to everybody else. Ain't nobody really that could block his shot on the Mavericks team. Dude like 7-something, 7-3 or something like that. So he can shoot over anybody. And he's the number 3 option, so the pressure really not on him. All he has to do is just average 12 to 20 points a game if he can get that, and that's icing on the cake. So, do you believe yet?
am I right?
Can you feel the unicorn? Can you feel it in the air? The unicorn, baby. Out there balling on. So let me know who you got. Who you taking? Who you taking?
That boy is good. Good and terrible.
So with that being said, let me see if we got any more topics. That is it, guys. I'm not going to be before you long. I just wanted to say, hey, be sure to watch The Thinking Game. I'll be making clips for that. Be sure to watch on Thursdays as we release that. CTM Sports Live. I just come on and do those during the week. So please Check us out. Help us grow. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Help us get to 500. Then we just get to 1K. But we appreciate all the love and all the support. Thanks for watching.
Hey, this is Mike Flair, and bingo, you're watching CTM Sports. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and continue watching. Bottom line, bingo.